What?
We could be at, like, you know how we're always, like, our panhandling relations. We could ask, like, other sisterhood chairs of other, like, sororities what they do for their, like, sisterhoods and what their, like, favorites have been and, like, the biggest turnouts.
Yeah.
And get ideas from that.
That's the best way to get ideas, like, ask other chapters, because we're all going through, like, the same things, but, you know, people have different thoughts, so.
Yeah. That's so true. But then you also have to bring it back to our chapter, because not each chapter is the same.
Yes.
Like, I feel like what another chapter does, like, could 100% go with us, but then could also be like,
Just get a few ideas.
bounce them off. That's a guy that's smart, though. I did not think about that.
Building those relationships, man.
Oh, you went on that retreat, that leadership retreat, with a bunch of other people in the Pan-Hellenic community. How was that?
That was honestly one of my best memories this semester. It was so much fun. It was called the FSL retreat, or the Fraternity and Sorority Life retreat. And going into it, all we knew is that it was in the woods somewhere, like a camping retreat from Friday to Sunday. And I was just expecting just the sororities, we have 8 on campus, to be there, but there was a lot of the fraternities there too. So we got to meet some of the guys and get close to the girls. So we stayed in these cabins, and we did a lot of learning about our own leadership styles, and then how to benefit the whole community and how to recruit for community. Don't just recruit for your own chapter. Like, we all share, like, a lot of the same ideals, and we have, you know, the same flaws, just in different fonts. So we talked about how can we, like, better the community as a whole, and it was just super cool by the end of it. We did taps of affirmation at the end, so everyone, like, closed their eyes in a circle, and people were placed in the middle and told to go around and tap people who, like, made an impact on you, or there was, like, tons of questions, like tap someone who made you laugh, tap someone, and you couldn't see who it was, but it was just super cool feeling like that someone, you know, noticed you. It was just super awesome.
Aww, that does sound like fun. Didn't you go with one of the Pikes?
Yes, I went with Jordan Pike. So there was 2 girls from each chapter, and then 1 or 2 boys from each fraternity that got to go.
Aww.
Nice.
Yep.
So, what is your favorite memory from FIMU then?
Oh, I knew you girls were going to ask this, and I did not know what to say. There's so many good ones. Going through recruitment for the first time was super fun, but it's a lot of highs and lows because it is a lot of work. Sisterhood, so much fun. I love meeting new people. Like, I just love the friendships I've made, like, with Izzy, like, the fact that she came in to find me, like, right after I did. And
that was an emotional time. I did cry on bid day.
And, like, meeting Abby, like, she's just the nicest person.
Aww.
Love you. Yeah, and people are just, like, so outgoing and, like, willing to make the friendship with you. Like,
yes.
Yeah, so that's, like, a big part of it, too. Like, they're willing to go on dates with you. And, like, Issa just took me out last week, and, like, we got Mexican food together, and it was just so fun. Like,
yes.
You know, sisters I might not get to talk to on a daily, like, they still want to, like, get to know you, and so I think that's my favorite memory at all.
I would have to agree. Me and Iz were actually we were, like, walking back to her dorm. A little sketchy because, you know, you have to go behind Tiller Hall, and it's a little creepy back there. And I was like, for all of the reason, I felt moved, and I was like, Izzy? And she was like, yeah, Abby? And I was like, you know, I'm just, like, so glad we're in FIMU. Like, I was like, I really think that's the best thing I could do for my college experience. And I was like, I've met so many amazing people, would not change it for the world. And we got so sentimental. I thought I was almost about to cry. I was like, I can't imagine my life without you guys. And I met you through FIMU, so.
I think, like, the whole thing for, like, bid day and, like, going through recruitment for me was, like, I had friends that were in all of the different sororities and stuff. So going into it, I was like, I'll just find wherever I'm meant to be. Like, I already know these people. I already like these people. And then it all hit me when I got my bid for 5U. And I just, like, told myself, like, these are the friends you're meant to be with. And so I started crying on midday because I'm like, I'm running home to my friends. I love you guys. And I'm not an emotional person, so that was, like, way out of context for me. I was like, what is going on?
She barely likes hugs.
I barely like hugs.
Which is so different from me. I, like, literally hug everyone every time.
Yep.
I love hugs.
Yep.
I also am an emotional person. I probably cry at every movie. I watch, even if it's not even sad. It could be a comedy and I might be in tears.
Happy moment. Oh. So we have a semi-deep question. How have you grown since joining Phi Mu?
Ooh, how have I grown? Confidence definitely comes to mind. I think I can, like, speak out more and say what I really feel and be a bit more vulnerable, because I used to always feel like I might have been judged if I spoke a certain way, but now I just know, like, girls are, like, so, you know, they're, like, gonna assure you that, like, you're okay, like, it'll be okay. So that's really cool. Friendships, you know, when I first came into college, I didn't know anyone here, so the fact that I have all these amazing friendships, like, I'll just, like, randomly think about it, like, wow, like, I'm doing it, like, if I could just tell myself a year ago it'll get better, you know, so now I have, like, the best friends in the world here, and I still have, like, good friends at home, too, so I just feel like I'm in such a great place, and I grew so much to have, like, amazing girls in my life.
I 100% agree about the confidence thing. Like, I feel like when you first come to college, you're like, okay, I was confident in high school, now I don't know what I'm doing. Like, now I'm scared. Everyone's judging me. And I feel like Phi Mu has 100% helped that. Like, be more confident on, like, Kent's campus and be more confident, like, in your college space and who you are in college and, like, just being your own. Like,
Absolutely.
I feel like Phi Mu has 100% helped me.
I feel like that goes hand in hand with, like, being involved. Like, the fact that, like, we're all so involved, like, gives you more confidence. Like, there's something to do every single day with Phi Mu, and that's, like, what's so fun about it.
And that's what I love, because I would be so bored without Phi Mu. I'd be like,
I'd go to do homework and sit by myself. But now I have, like, friends in my major, which is, like, I mean, I had friends in my major before. Then I switched majors, and then I was like, ah. But then now I have people to do homework with. Like, I do accounting with Halima every single night. And, like, I just have so many, like, people to just go to for, like, different things that I feel comfortable doing whatever I feel like on campus at this rate.
100%. Like, I'm in this one class, and shout out Liv Rice for this, because she is a fashion merchant girly. So we have, like, but she has, like, a minor that coincides with journalism a little bit. So we have a bunch of classes that we have to take together. And so we're struggling, but we're struggling together. And she helps me through everything.
It makes it more bearable.
Yeah, like, we have to do all these, like, Adobe softwares and, like, Photoshop, and I'm, like, barely technical. So she's, like, helping me out. I'm like, yes, Liv, yes. I'm glad you know what you're doing, because I have no idea what's going on. And then she was like, oh my God, Abby, I was looking at my macro class, and guess who's in it? And I was like, who? And she's like, you. And I was like, yes, this means I'm not gonna fail. Yes. Because, like, I'm a hard worker, but I don't understand macro. So I was like, oh my God, we can help each other to succeed.
I did crash course videos for a good chunk of macro, so if you ever need help, Crash Course has a lot of good videos with visuals, so.
Oh, anyone and everyone who is in the house next year who has ever done macro, I will be at your door. And I'll be like, so, me and Liv, yeah, we need help on our macro. So, just, can you look at the sheet, please?
Mm-hmm. House bonding.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Homework party.
Love a good time with some homework.
So, Audrey, we're wondering of a time where you felt love, honor, and truth.
Ooh. I feel like there's so many times that I could probably say, so I'm just going to do the first ones that keep coming to mind. And that's when I recruited Halima in the fall. And so recruitment just is a lot, and I was, you know, trying to be house manager too, and I was just, like, really raw in it. And the fire department kept coming out because we kept having false fire alarms. And it was, like, a really big recruitment round day, and I had to deal with the fire department writing my name down that morning and being in our house, and it was just really scary. So, but I knew Halima was coming. This was going to be, like, my second round talking to her, and I was just so relieved when I saw her. I was like, girl, I gotta tell you something. Like, let me just debrief real quick. And she was just so sweet about it. And she has, like, I call her eyes, like, cow eyes. She has, like, the biggest, we call them cow eyes back home if you have, like, big brown eyes. So it was just so nice to, like, feel like I could really be myself with her and just, like, tell her, like, what happened. And then she came in to Phi Mu, and I was, like, so happy that I got to have her as a sister. Shout out to Halima.
We do love Halima.
Halima's freaking awesome. Like, oh my God, what a queen she is.
A little bean.
She's a little bean.
I love to call people little beans. Halima's a little bean.
She's honestly just the nicest person I think I've ever met.
If you haven't listened to the first episode of the podcast, Halima's on there. If you want to get to know her, just in case you wanted to know.
So just a plug right there.
Just subtle plugs.
Subtle plug. No, but honestly, Halima's so funny too. Like, it's so unexpectedly funny. Like, she'll say something and I'll be like, oh gosh.
Or she doesn't even have to say something. It's just like her face, like her reactions.
When she laughs, she'll be like, fall backwards. You can't do this to me. This is so funny.
Ooh,
Okay.
I have a burning question that we have on here.
Ooh.
All right.
Do you hope to be on exec again before you graduate?
Ooh.
Yes.
I do, but it'll be a little trickier this time because, so we have exec elections in
The ball.
late fall
Yeah.
semester. And then, like, your exec term starts in January throughout that whole year all the way to, like, that next exec elections in, like, November, December. But I'm going to Florence with Izzy for next spring semester. So I can't, like, have a position for a whole semester and can only take a position in that fall semester. And then, like, that fall semester, like, we're seniors. So I want to get to, like, fulfill a full calendar year with an exec position. So I don't know if we can go like halfsies on a position, like someone would take it for one semester and someone else takes it for another semester.
You
Or
probably could.
sometimes an exec member decides to like withdraw their position and then people can slide in that way. But I love being involved in FIMU and giving back with exec. It is a ton of work, but I would definitely be open to it again, or just any position. And I mean, Board of Ops is like super fun too, it seems.
Oh, I love Board of Ops. Being historian is so fun. So fun. I was like, I don't want to give it up next year.
You do such a great job with it. Like, you've really grown it.
Thank you. I was like, I don't want to give it up. I don't want to give it up. I was like, do I have to give up the podcast? I'm not giving up the podcast.
No, we'll give it up when we graduate.
Yeah, we'll pass it down when we're seniors.
Yes. We'll do a historian in training.
That's what I want to do next year.
That'll be our
Like, my blog is my baby. Like,
just run for historian every single year.
Yeah, but you can't be on exec. You have to get an exemption to be on exec and be historian.
Ooh.
I'm sure they'll do it.
What exec positions are you looking at?
So many.
Right.
No ideas. Well, I already talked to you about his sisterhood chair because I feel like that'd be fun. Mm-hmm. And then I told Layla, I said, Layla, this would be a proud mom moment, but I'm also going to need to talk to you about your position because homegirl might be thinking about that. Because I feel like that'd be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Or chapter. I feel like running chapter. People keep telling me I'd be really good at that.
Yeah.
And then I could also be honor committee chairwoman. There's so many.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to just apply for everything. See what happens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then Izzy over here is going to be secretary.
We don't know. I got to split halvesies with Halima.
Ooh, that could be good.
So I'm hoping. I wonder if we could just like both go up there and like give a speech together, instead of having to like do a whole election later. If one of us was to get it, just running together at the same time and being like, "This is the plan."
Yeah.
You could ask. I mean, I'm sure you're going to get it. You're the assistant now. So like, and also, I don't know who else would want secretary. Not going to lie.
What if Sydney wants to do it again?
Doubtful.
We love you, Sydney.
I love you, Sydney, but I feel like she does not want to do it again. Jordan has already told me, she's like, yeah, I'm not doing honor ever again. I was like, okay.
Elections can definitely be a tricky time of year just because, like, it's hard choosing one, and it's also, like, you're running up against your friends. So, really, you just have to keep an open mind with a lot and just, like, be okay if you get a position that maybe, like, wasn't even your first. Just because, like, that you can make it your position. Like, you can do, like, so much freedom with it. So, yeah, definitely just support your sisters no matter what because it can be, like, a tricky time.
Scary.
Yeah, but it does all, like, work out for the best. And some positions are, like, hard and demanding, but, like, girls really grow within them. So, like, I'm really proud of, like we mentioned, like, Sydney and Jordan, like, what they've done with their positions.
Oh, they're killing it. They're doing so good. Could never be prouder of my committee chairwoman.
We're making little hearts.
We love you, Jordan and Sydney.
Yeah.
I saw that calendar you made. It was really good.
Yes. Hashtag Pike Twin Love.
Like twin love. All right. Down to our second burning question.